Well, welcome to St John's Oval in beautiful downtown Dudley. It's a Sunday afternoon, the first of the real NRL season, and where else in the world would you rather be? It's Central Charlestown Butcher Boys versus Maitland Pickers this afternoon. Both these sides have had to wait an extra day to get their seasons underway, and we might run through the sides as the referees and linesmen are about to come on. For Central, the fullbacks Tim Penny, on the wings Kaylee Bowen and Dane Bamplet, the centres Tom Morton and Josh Allison. The 5'8's Ethan Cook, and the 7 is Jordan Warboys. The props Jerome Wilson and Cruz Wilson. The hookers Jace Delaney. The second row is Brett Jarrett and Jackson Hill, and the locks Rowan Kelly. On the bench, Nathan Lamonaco, Chris Marlborough, Daniel French, and Sam Collins. And Matthew Peterson's with you. He might take you through the Maitland side.
Yeah, it's a good day for rugby league here in Dudley.
Every day's a good day for rugby league.
That is very true. The track looks good. The weather's fine. And look, it'll be a great game. I think all the games so far have been pretty close, and I expect the same thing here. Running through the Maitland side at fullback, we have Stephen Waitford. The wingers are Cade Hardy and Time Dow Nakau. The centres are Ryan Lacey and Matt Soper Lawler. The halves are Sebastian Luisi and Tyler Perrin. The props are Tyler Carter and Pat Robarbs. The hookers Jared Smith. In the back row, we've got Lincoln Smith, Jaden Rosberg, and Billy Towers is the lock. On the benches, Luke Clydesdale, 15's Dion Briggs, 16 Howie Grant, and 17 a late scratching in J. Lee Pacau, and that's Damien Frizz comes onto the bench for him.
Well, we're going to have a minute's silence here, just before the kick-off. I think we're going to have a handshake before that. This is a nice touch.
Yeah, it's
a nod to sportsmanship on the second day of the season.
Well, maybe it's because of the annual the agricultural altercation, as we're calling it.
Yes, the meat versus the fruit. Yeah, that might be it. Just making sure things don't get too heated.
Yeah,
it's going to be a pressure cooker atmosphere out there. Thank you very much.
Well, maybe. But look, I think it'll be a good game.
Will be a good game.
All the games so far this weekend, I think, we were speaking before, and they've all been surprises as well. There hasn't been. Look, if I was going to pick three winners of the first three games, I don't think I would have picked the three teams that ended up winning.
No, absolutely not. We've got the coin toss out there at the moment, as the teams. Well, they wouldn't want to go too far. They might have to swap ends. But
it'll be interesting to see how the new Maitland captain goes. There's plenty of form. I guess he being New South Wales Cup captain last year for the Warriors. A very, very good signing for Maitland. It'll be interesting to see how he shapes up in this competition.
We're going to have a minute's silence now for Jaden Morrison, a young referee from the local area who passed away recently.
Now I would ask you to stand for a minute's silence in memory of this outstanding young man, Jaden Morrison. Very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Very nicely observed. So we're ready for kick-off. As the team's Maitland retreats, Central are going to be kicking off. The 7 Jordan Warboys has got the ball, and the season's about to begin for these two teams.
Your tip, Morgan?
I think I'll have Central today at home. It's hard to know early in the season. There's not much to go off as far as pre-season form for both sides. It's always hard to predict. But I think I fancy Central at home.
Yeah, I agree. I think Central looked a pretty good side across the park. I think Ethan Cook will be a good addition into the halves. Pretty good player. Was with Penrith last season. And I think the big Wilson boys up in the front row for Central might just be a bit too good.
Well, time alone will tell. I noticed the scoreboard had 45 minutes up on it a moment ago. We've reverted back to rugby league rules from the World Game. And away we go. There's the kickoff in the first game of the season for these two clubs. And it's taken quite nicely over there in the end by the 7 there, Tyler Perrin. He had to run onto it, but he held it pretty well in the end. Oh, but he hasn't held it very well in the tackle. Dear, oh dear. Well, did all the hard work, caught the ball off the kickoff and spilled it getting up to play it.
And kicking into that slight breeze as well, and just held up, and he took it very nicely. But
it was running away.
Big chance here for Central early on.
Indeed. So we're going to have a scrum here about 20 metres out over on the left-hand side of the field. Incidentally, the referee today is Tom Aylett. The touch judges, it's a bit of a family affair. The touch judges Kylie Aylett and Brandon Vidler. And they form up in the scrum. Oh, what's happened here? Very pedantic about scrums now in rugby league, aren't we?
Much of a time waste, isn't it, for not much result? It's
Nothing much happens anyway, generally. Delaney picked that up at the base of the scrum, and it's over there with Allison. And he takes a couple on. It's strong and physical into the challenge there. And here's Delaney playing first receiver away to Kelly. Good hard charge early on, but strong defence. And one of the Wilsons cops the decoy, so does the other one. It goes out to the back. And there's Morton off to Bowen. He's away. He's over in the corner, but he's going to go into touch. It was a nice backline play, but they bundled him into touch around the legs.
And good to see him spread early, only on the third tackle there, and willing to throw the ball a bit.
Yeah, exactly right. No mucking about. Delaney jumped into first receiver, and away they went. A couple of big decoys there with those Wilsons. It's enough to put anyone off the fence. Dear, dear. Now, for reference, Jerome Wilson's in the 8 and Cruz Wilson's in the 10. And we'll have our second scrum of the day. And this time it's Maitland bringing it away. Strong defence again there. And here's the mop. Robards.
Not
and
hard
it
to miss
rocked
him.
back. It's nothing like a bloke with big hair copping a shot. They had rock back, hair goes everywhere. Here's Billy Towers. And they're working their way up the field early on here, Maitland. To the right they go. And that looked like the... is that the 16 on early? Howie Grant. I think it might have been. Here's Towers away to Robards. Second run of the day. He's keen. Why wouldn't you be? Towers runs the decoy this time, and here's the new 5'8", Luisi. It kicks long. And that's going to have far too much on it and trickle over the dead ball line. So Central
Couple
will have to bring it back.
for Maitland there. I think Robarbs, geez, he runs the ball up hard,
He
doesn't
certainly does. Yeah, he's not bothered.
he? Yeah.
Not bothered at all. And away they come. Here's Bowen coming in from his wing. He's a long way from home over there. He's ended up on the right-hand side of the field from the left wing. And they're going to attack the short side here. Oh, that's lovely ball from Cook. Lovely ball.
Ooh. Very good
It was
hands there
Hill.
from Cook.
Gets over the halfway line. It was good hands, and he's going to get a second chance here. He turns it inside there to Jerome Wilson. Oh, that was a bit high there from Robards. Slow play the ball. Yeah, too slow. Holding down.
I'll be a handful, both those Jeromes in the middle of the field with Rowan Kelly as well.
My word. Big forward pack.
And even Ethan Cook here on the right edge is certainly not your traditional 5'8", is he?
Plays. And they're well played for attack. You wonder whether they'll go again. Both the props are set out to the left. They go to the right. Cook holds it up, goes himself. Delaney. Back to Kelly. Looks for a Wilson. Goes himself. They've still got those two big lads out on the left. And here's Jerome Wilson. And he just goes straight ahead.
Great
They're
tackle
inside
there,
the
low
10.
from Robarb.
It was. To the left they go. And there's the little kick. And coming through is Bowen. He's going to get there. Does he get it down? I think he might have done. No, I'm a bad judge. It's over the dead ball line. Lovely kick from Moore, boys.
That's twice they've got him down the left behind the winger.
Yeah, behind the wing. And he picked it up and tried to jam the ball down inside the line. Couldn't quite get there. But it would have been only inches. So Central have had two close calls so far already. Both on that left-hand side of the field. And here's the big number 8, Tyler Carter. Very upright charge. Towers is queuing up here. And here's Luisi. Back to Rosberg. Someone's gone down here. That's Cruz Wilson.
He's gone down with...
He's in a bit of trouble. Maybe his bicep. He's clutching there. But the trainer's straight on. They stop play. when he's spurned the advances of the trainer and gone back in the line.
The burner, I think they call it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think Channel 9 like calling it that.
Yeah,
the burner.
okay, sure. If that's the language. He's refusing to take any help here. So Maitland will set up again. Here's Billy Towers away to Robarts. It's a good wrestle.
Yeah, not reeling too much from it. He made that tackle pretty well there, Chris.
Yep.
So I think he's shaking it off.
Yep, there's Louisi. He cuts out one, goes out the back.
Hands.
That is good hands, and away they go now with Dow Nicow. That was Waitford, the captain, getting his first touch in attack. He's into dummy half now. Louisi again, little kick early, and they're going to put a bit of pressure on Penny, but he took it pretty comfortably in the end. And so Central have to work it away, but both sides showing a bit of flair in attack.
Yeah, they're willing to chuck the ball about, especially Central. They've gone early, they've gone for the tries quite early, but yeah, it looked quite dangerous.
What a run from the three there, Tom Morton. Oh, fumbles from Cook. Out the back. Long ball out to Bowen. Bit of fancy stepping. He's a pretty agile bugger over there on the left.
He's certainly got a bit of speed, doesn't he?
My word. And now here's Kelly. And he'll just take it up all day. The captain coach. So at least he knows he won't get a razz if he drops the ball. Here's Cook from inside the 40. It's not going to matter. It's a pretty straight kick. It's Soper Lawler gets his first touch of the day. The other man in the white headgear along with Towers. And Maitland are in a good position to work the ball back. Both wingers getting involved. That's Cade Hardy coming in off his right wing. Here's Robards again. He's keen for work. I'm interested to see how long he stays on because he's certainly putting himself about. I reckon that'd be fourth or fifth run of the day already.
Yeah, he certainly hasn't been lazy.
No, here's Towers.
About.
And Perrin there gave it to the 12, Jaden Rosberg. Oh no, he didn't. He gave it to the 16, Howie Grant. There's a little grubber through. Perrin's following through, but Penny picks it up comfortably. Comes to Towers, goes down. Oh, okay. Penalty to Central.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think he
might have just spilled it.
Yeah, I think he just a bit too quick trying to get up and play the ball. I don't think there was a hand in it. But look, just starting to settle into the game. Yeah, a bit of a frantic start, especially Central having two pretty good shots on Maitland's goal line, and yeah,
keen to use the ball early on. Both teams bodes well for the season. Never mind today. Here's Brett Jarrett up to the 40. Wasn't too much depth on the kick, so the disadvantage to Maitland wasn't too great. Jerome Wilson now, his second carry.
Takes four to get him down, and only just then.
Certainly did. And now he's taken a little while to get up. Here's his brother, Cruz Wilson. And they're looking right again. And here's Jerome getting involved again. I think he's looking for the pass this time, and it's Kelly close to the line. Takes another two to knock him over. They're going to work the right-hand side with Cook. Straight away. Gives it to Hill. And they'll have to spread it back to the left to Cook again. Out the back to Warboys. He's going to put it to the sky. There's a few under this. Oh, what a take that is.
Fantastic take there by I think the 3.
Yeah, Ryan Lacey. Great take. It was a big pack. He had not only the opposition, but a couple of his own to get past to get to that ball.
Not a bad kick either. He really had to come in for it, but certainly high, and yeah, very well taken there by the 3.
And here's
sandwich there by the couple Wilsons.
He was. The old Wilson sandwich.
Yeah.
Jace Delaney would know all about it from the scrum. As here they come. That's a good charge again. He runs hard, this Tyler Carter. Up towards halfway. There's a bit of vim and vigour in the runs from both sides, as you'd expect on the first day of the season. Here's Louisi, away to Rosberg. Smith's into dummy half. He's looking for Louisi again. I think he's going to try the sky as well. This one's got a bit more torpedo about it.
Oh,
and
well
Bowen,
taken.
He had to turn around, but he got it. And he's going to bring it back pretty quickly too. Took a few metres off him at the end there. I don't know how I feel about that, but anyway. Oh, hit high. And given. That was Dane Bamplet. I think his first run of the day.
Too, wasn't it, from the ref there?
It was a very low-key whistle.
Yeah,
it was a whistle. It was a whistle that didn't have tickets on itself, you know. Oh, dear, oh dear. I was about to say someone's going to need a new windscreen, but it landed on the roof, as you might have heard. So here's Cook giving it to Kelly. He's getting through a lot of work as well.
Great run.
Great run.
Fantastic leg speed there from Kelly.
And they're set out to the left. They've got those two Wilsons. There's a lot of holding down and wrestling from Towers. They go to one Wilson. He dummies, goes himself. Oh, he's nearly broken straight through. He has. There's Delaney. And he chucks it out the back to Cook. This is good play. Now here's Hill. He's looking for Allison. Allison gives it away. That's Bamblet. Bamblet's going to score. Well, what a good bit of football that was. A front rower charge, an offload, and then some very good hands out to the wing. And it's Dane Bamblet who scores the try.
Set up from a great run there from one Rowan Kelly, and then followed up by Jerome Wilson breaking through the line there. Very, very deadly combination there, and those three, and the Wilsons and Kelly have just really looked very hard to stop in the middle third there. And split them open quite easily, Jerome, in the end.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you've got when you get a big charge from somebody, you get the defence going backwards. You can really get that roll on, and you saw that there. That from the minute Kelly made that run, all Maitland did was run backwards. And
some good hands from Cook as well to free up the I think it might have been the fullback or the one of the centres, and create that overlap. But it's been a good start to the game. Both sides willing to throw the ball about, and they're not too much conservative football here, which is fantastic to see. A couple of really good takes, a couple of good charges from both sets of front rowers in both teams, and it's been a good entertaining 30 minutes to the game.
Well, Bamblet having scored the try, his work's not done. He's got his first kicking assignment of the season. Pretty tough one too.
Couldn't get much worse, I don't think.
No, on what they would call, I think, your wrong foot for a right footer. Don't seem to be too many recriminations amongst the Maitland players this early on. 13 minutes gone in this game. Central 4, Maitland 0. It's on its way. It's not bad. I think that's going over. Good. Lovely kick. 6-0, Central over Maitland.
Number 5, Dane Bamblet, is converted his own try. The ball sailed right over the crossbar, making the score now Butcher Boys 6. Pickers yet to score.
So Dane Bamblet's done all the work there. Scored the try, kicked the goal.
Good Supercoach points.
Indeed. I've long petitioned for a Newcastle Rugby League Supercoach. He'd be a keeper at this stage. So Sebastian Louisi. Oh yeah, okay. Sebastian Louisi was going to take the kickoff, and he still will. There is a bit of breeze out there, as you mentioned before.
Haven't seen too much of a chance of the two new signings for Maitland to get into the game. It'll be interesting to see. If they can get an attacking chance, because they're very, very good players, very, very good experience.
Yeah, that's right. The fullback, Stephen Waitford, who's the captain, he's from the Warriors New South Wales Cup side where he played last year. I think he may well have been, and that's Jace Delaney bringing it out. Yeah, so Waitford hasn't been able to get involved too much so far, but now here comes Jerome Wilson. That's his second run in this set. I think he's got the wind in his sails after getting things rolling for that try. Now here's Cruz Wilson and Kelly. And they're really doing the bulk of the work up the middle, the two Wilsons and Kelly, as you mentioned. This is last tackle. It's going to be Cook. And there's a charge down. Anything could happen here. Good pick up from Jared Smith. And he'll make a few metres as well. And so Waitford getting himself involved into dummy half. Away to Lacey. This is a good roll on they've got now. A couple of tackles in. And Waitford's going to stay at dummy half. And this is Carter. 30 metres out on third tackle. Plenty of scope to do something here. And Towers possibly regrets making that run. Cruz Wilson got hold of him. Now here's Louisi. Here comes a bit of play. Inside ball. That's good play. That's Domi Nicow. And it's going to be a penalty for a high shot. Down Nicow. He came back on the inside and wore one.
Yeah, pretty careless there from the Wilson. I think he had him beat as well. Shaped up very promisingly there. The 6 in Louisi with the 4 cutting back there. He looked like he was all but certain, except for that arm saving the Butcher Boys there from Cruz Wilson. But good chance here for the Maitland. The first time they've really had to set a 6 inside the 20.
Yeah, well, they're going to take it up, and that's the 17. That's Damien Fritz. And he's just onto the field. He was the late inclusion you mentioned in the before kickoff. Into dummy half is Smith. And Robards might have a go from close. No, Smith's going to have a go himself. Robards trots back, and he's going to line up again here, I think. No, he's been cut out again. All that work for nothing. Here's Perrin. Out the back to Wadeford. Here's his chance. He steps. Now this time, it's Smith again. Bumps past a couple. He's very strong in the tackle for a bloke who's not that big. No. He busts a couple of tackles every time he takes the ball. Now they need a dummy half.
Bit flat-footed there, though.
Yeah, and Fritz out the back. Here's Louisi. Towers is lurking. So too is down Nicow, and he might bust his way over here. He has. He got there. Close to the line. A bit of a cutout pass, and he was too strong.
Yeah, just pure strength. There wasn't much going on there, and he just was able to push his way over with a bit of leg drive, a bit of speed, and a bit too easy there. But very good. The first time they've really been down here to have a proper set of 6, and they've made the Butcher Boys pay. Yeah,
Louisi seems to be sticking to this left-hand side, doesn't he? And Perrin's on the other side. It's one of those split halves combinations.
And I think with the fullback coming into it as well, act as a second half, because he's, as I said before, he was playing New South Wales Cup last year. He was the captain. He's got quite good experience, and he's a very, very good player. So I think he'll just act as that auxiliary half coming on both sides of the field.
Now we've got the announcement of the match day double. 5 and 4 today. Central and
for anybody
Central
who's got a
Maitland.
double listening.
For anyone
at home.
who's listening at home and forgot to pick up their double, you've just cost yourself 100. So this is going to be Cade Hardy to take the kick. Left footer on his preferred side, and I think that's reflected in the points. 6-all Central and Maitland, with 22 minutes to go in the first half. Good contest so far, pretty even.
Yeah, I think that's what we kind of predicted. There's not much splitting these two sides on paper, and it's been a pretty good contest so far.
So it's Jordan Warboys to kick off. Gets things underway again. That's going to be Perrin underneath it. Ooh, I'm looking for a big charge there from Fritz, who's new onto the field. And he's had the ball 3 times already. Now here's Towers.
Interesting to note, I think the Central haven't made an interchange yet. They've still got the big Wilsons on, and I think the 2 starting second rowers and Rowan Kelly obviously still out there, so they haven't gone to their bench yet.
They've got through a lot of work too for in 20 minutes on the field. As here's a penalty, Robards. He must have been a bit bottled up because he had ran 3 decoys down the other end of the field. He finally got the ball and drew a penalty. And Louisi launches this. This is going to cloud into the roof again. Oh, no, it's nearly taken someone else out in the grandstand. I was braced for the noise. And so Jaden Rosberg brings it forward for Maitland. It's only their 3rd go in the central half so far in the game. Here's Fritz again. Plenty of running in his legs. And Smith, he's got himself here. That's a good ball. Towers. Might have been a hint of forward about that, but they've played on. Into dummy half is Wadeford. He looks to the right. Oh, they've given it a forward pass or a knock on. Either way, Central are getting the ball. Yeah, knock on. Must have been a little bobble in the play of the ball.
Very promising there. They had the hooker breaking through there.
A sharp bit of attack, as I said before. Every time he takes the ball, Jared Smith, he busts a couple of tackles.
They looked shot out there to the right too, Central. They had the fullback lurking out on the right there, Waitford. But yeah, very lucky there that he spilled it when he was trying to get up. But I think you're right. I think there might have been a hint of a forward pass in one of those.
In the flick to Towers, yeah. So here's the 3. That's Tom Morton, and he's done a bit of the grunt work so far in this game. And Penny's into dummy half and takes it forward. Now here's Jackson Hill.
Looks as though Rowan Kelly's gone off and Sam Collins on for the Butcher Boys.
Collins in the 17, yep. Now here's Delaney. He decided to take it himself, and again, I think he'll regret it because Damien Fritz came through, and he was prone, being held up in the tackle already, and he got thumped. Now here they go wide, and that's the 11. That's Brett Jarrett, and he's turned it over. Morton's going to go back and pick it up though. So the ball came out. It's not 6 to go though. It's just going to be 5th. So he must have tried to pass it. And now they're in a bit of trouble because the 7 War Boys has had to go for the kick, and Fritz will pick it up on the halfway line and bump through a tackle. So Maitland can start again. The last few minutes have been all played in the central half. And usually when that happens, some points come out of it. Here's Louisi. He's going to have a run. And a good one too, because he's given it away to Dow Nickow. And Dow Nickow's away. He might be under the sticks here. I think he might be. He's in for another one. He's a powerful runner. Good play from Louisi. And Dow Nickow couldn't be stopped.
Yeah, Louisi looks very, very dangerous. He almost glided across the field there and opened it up for Nickow to go through again. It's not the first time it's happened this afternoon. Yeah, again, very dangerous, this Louisi.
Yeah, good hands and good upper body strength on Dow Nickow.
Yeah, pushed away from a few big boys there. Pushed away from one of the Wilsons there. Yeah, but it looks like there might be their set play coming down here through on the left through Louisi, and then bringing it back in for Nickow to run those lines back in. He's run them quite well too.
It's the second time they've tried it. The first time he nearly busted them open. The second time he did proper. So 10-6. It's about to be 12-6, you'd imagine. I'd say Kate Hardy would fancy this. 17 minutes to go here at St John Oval. And Maitland have just used their 3rd interchange while that was going on. Jared Smith, after a pretty good shift, has gone off. Just trying to spot who's come on for him. It's the 14. That's Luke Clydesdale. So he's come on for Smith. That's the 3rd change Maitland have made.
Been a good contest though so far. Not much drop ball. It's been pretty attacking. Defence has been at times very, 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 very tough.
Yeah, pretty good standard.
Not much rust you would think in the first game. Obviously, they've had a few trial games under their belts, but no, I think the standard's been quite exceptional for a first round fixture.
Well, one of the things about the big lead into the season, with the first game being played second week of April, is that you do have the opportunity to play quite a few trial games. And I read in the program certainly that Maitland have been training since December. So December to April, you've got plenty of time to get your combinations right, I suppose.
Another false start.
Yep.
These new teas, I think it's the Daryl Halligan tea.
Oh, yes. We're not quite into chewing gum territory yet, but we're getting there. And Perrin's under it again. He hasn't dropped one yet. Fritz carts it back again. He's been very strong, as I've mentioned. Clydesdale, the new dummy half's on. He gives it out the back there to Lincoln Smith. Clydesdale's brought his enthusiasm, a bit of clapping and harassing his forwards to get ready. Here's Billy Towers. Robards is queued up here to the left. Gets it.
Looks as though Cruz Wilson's gone off for the 19, Daniel French.
Yep. In the head, in the tape around the head. Always a good look. Clydesdale takes it himself up over halfway. Waitford, he doesn't mind slipping into dummy half there and spits it out the back to Louisi.
Ooh.
That one might have a bit of shank about it, but it might be a dangerous shank.
Bounce though.
Yep. Up they go. It's been dropped by Bowen. It's gone forward, and it's going to be a penalty to Central. Well, how do you figure that? Might have been offside.
Yeah, not sure what's happening there, but yeah, very.
Or-
It wasn't a great kick, but could have turned out quite well with that bounce.
Yeah. Now, this might not have found touch. Oh, he fancied it for a minute there, did Lacey. Went scampering back, but it was over his head. Central looking to get forward now with Sam Collins. That's his first run, and it's a good collision. It's the two 17s clouding into each other. Now here's Delaney and French with his first run with the ball. And he's queuing up again. Collins wanted another go there. Here's Cook out the back. Good ball. Penny out the back there to Bamblett. He's back inside. Goes down in the tackle eventually. Penny into dummy half. He's going to go the short side, is he? No, comes back. Now Cook. Short ball. Collins.
Well delivered by Collins there. He had a couple of defenders in his face there.
He did well to catch it as well. Here's Delaney away to Cook. He's looking for the little pass. He finds it. It's going to be Jackson Hill. He's reached out, dropped the ball, I think. He looked like he might have fumbled that, but anyway, it's going to be play on. He didn't get to the line, certainly. Now here's Cook. Short ball to French. French is over the line, but it was a forward pass.
Yeah, Cook directing traffic there. He really wants to hold the ball up and go the short ball either to one of the second rows or the fullback tracking through. But, yeah, a couple of big tackles. The 17 for Maitland has come on and he's really put his body into it, whether it's in defence or in attack. He's had a few really good runs and he really got up into Sam Collins' face there first off the tap from the penalty.
It's the same for both sides. The 6 seems to be the one they go to at the end of the sets for the attacking play. Louisi's been doing most of that for Maitland, and Cook's been doing most of that for Central. Now that was last tackle, so it's going to be a play the ball. And Maitland can work the ball back again. And it's Kate Hardy over there on the left hand side, pardon me, picking it up. Clydesdale goes down the short side. That was Jaden Rosberg. That was
very close there.
That was Robards, a hint of a forward pass to Louisi. And they'll go to the left again. Now Robards going to get it for real. And he makes 10 metres. That's a good run. He's made a dint every time he's taken it up, Robards. Been very keen for work. He's been on 28 minutes. Now here's Louisi. He's going to do it himself. And it'll have to be Perrin who kicks. No, it's going to be Clydesdale. Not a bad one either, just to turn them around. And Bowen, that's always
wobbly
a
pass,
risk.
very wobbly pass.
It's winger to winger, Bamblett. He might try something here. Yeah, he's lost the ball, and if he can keep it in, they're away, but he can't.
I think you might find that it was a hand from one of the Maitland defenders there that came through and hit it, but I think they'll probably say that was a loose carry more than anything.
I don't know. He's given the scrum to Maitland. Okay. Bit of wild play there by Bowen, throwing the spiral ball. 20 out from your own line. It certainly was. So Maitland are going to have the feed here. And they're lined up. There's 5 of them over on the right-hand side. Louisi, and he's got Dow Nickow with him. But it's not him who gets the ball, it's Perrin. And Perrin goes out there to Waitford, and he bumps off one. Throws a lovely ball out there to Lacey. Was that legal? I think it might have been. It looked like it might have been a little bit forward, but they've let it play on. A metre out, Lacey goes to ground. It was certainly lovely form to get the flick away. Now they come to the left. That was the only way they could go, and Perrin's going to try and sneak his way over. Clydesdale's got Waitford to his right or Robards to his left. And he gives it to Robards, who bundles his way and tries to nearly crashes into the goalpost there. They're not far away again, Maitland here. Building nicely. Here's Louisi. Out there to Rosberg. And Rosberg throws a wild flick pass out the back. Down Nickow. It's off legs. Clydesdale, they play on. I don't know if that necessarily went forward, but they've given a knock on.
Yeah, a bit of a mess. I think, a bit of a pinball there in amongst a few guys on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if he needed to throw the pass, but anyway.
No, especially they could set up well there on the right. Pretty good position to take a tackle, actually, and have that big backline sweep to the right. But Louisi is definitely their go-to man today. He looks the goods. He really adding a bit of class. As we've said, Waitford doesn't look like he's has come into the game as of yet.
Yeah, that he had a little moment there over on the right-hand side with that flick pass, though. And you can see he had a bit of agility to beat the first tackle and then get the flick away. Now, Allison's gone down a bit sore here. He's taking a bit of time to get up. Now, here's Bowen. Not shirking it at all. He's had plenty of touches for the winger.
Yeah, he's still in trouble, the 4.
Yeah, Allison, he's still down. They're going to have to pull up play because he's right in the middle of the field.
I think awkwardly just being twisted, a bit of wrestle in the tackle and just being, a bit twisted the wrong way. A few different limbs going different directions.
Never a good thing.
Nah.
Now, I can sense the anticipation building around the ground here because at half-time there's a fashions on the field. Now, I've never heard of fashions on the field at a rugby league game, but there you go.
It's a fascinating concept.
Look, the different clubs in the real NRL, they each do different things to try and get the fans coming back and try and keep people interested. And
yeah, look, and it's something.
It's a different initiative.
Yeah. But we have to commend the Butcher Boys here for having a terrific barbecue running today.
I'd expect nothing less, can I say? I think if you...
well, it would almost be ironic, wouldn't it?
Call yourself the Butcher Boys and have a dud sausage.
Yeah,
it would. No, very good sausage. About an 83 for me.
Yeah. I'd give it high 80s.
High 80s, yeah. That's pretty much right. So credit to all involved. Keep doing what you're doing. Now here's Tom Morton, and he's away from a couple and gets close to halfway before he's finally dragged down. There's a few slow to get up in the line for Central, but Penny's going to take it and gives it to French. He's a big man and takes some stopping. Now there's the 17, Sam Collins. He's had a few touches so far. They're looking to Cook here, and he gets it. He's going to kick on the last, and that one is going to make about a yard.
Oh,
and now it's going to make about
5.
Yeah, he gets the kick away in the end.
It's not a bad kick. That might
it's down into the corner.
Up.
If it just stops, they'll have to play at it. Oh, I don't know. Someone might have got a hand on that. No, they're going to bring it back. They're going to bring it back, but it only just trickled over the line. Always watch the second kick, they say.
And it wasn't a bad kick. It was an absolutely fantastic kick. Almost inch perfect.
Well, the first one was a dud when he had all the time in the world. The second one from the halfback, under pressure, and he got it within an inch of being perfect.
And it looks like Allison's gone off, and Bowen's actually dropped into the right centre position.
Yeah, he has.
So might see a bit more of him getting busy. He certainly has been taking a lot of runs.
So Morton's out on the wing. The 7, that's the halfback, Jordan Warboys, is currently defending in the centres, but that doesn't necessarily mean he'll play there. Chris Marlborough's come on in the 14, so they'll have to do a bit of a shuffle because Chris Marlborough's a half. Now here's Robards. Clydesdale out the back to Louisi. That's a good ball. That's a great ball. And he's off down the wing. He stepped into touch, though. Soper Lawler. He stepped into touch. The flag came up from Kylie Aylett on the near side.
Promising, though. Very, very promising.
Lovely ball. Terrific ball. They've just got the wobbles a little bit here, Central.
Yeah, they've looked shaky down the right here. And I think with Allison going off as well. I don't know. I don't think it's going to shore up that right hand defence, especially with Nick Howe and Louisi roving about here.
Something like that, it just throws the whole line into chaos, doesn't it? If you've got someone go off and all of a sudden your right winger's playing left centre and your halfback's playing on the other side, and it just throws everything out.
It doesn't make it easy at all.
Now Collins is going off. That was a short stint for Sam Collins. He's off. And
looks like Marlborough coming on now, I think.
Yeah, this is Marlborough coming on, okay. So
not sure
where to infer from that he wasn't supposed to be on before.
Yeah, I think he might slot into the centres by the looks of it.
Yep, he will. He's heading in, and the 7, Warboys, is coming on, and we've got another headgear come on. That might be LaMonaco, pardon me. That might be him in the 14. He's gone out into the centres. And so Tom Morton took it up there for Central, and now the 11. That's a good charge. That's Brett Jarrett. And he wore one a bit high there, shoulders at best. And now there's a bit of stench on. Oh, there's more than a bit. Dear, oh dear. And they're coming from both sides. I don't think anyone's thrown one yet, but there's a bit of a scuffle going on.
Certainly a bit of pushing.
Yeah. And all but about 5 of the players are involved.
And it's any surprise the 17 involved for Maitland.
Well, he's been very keen so far in the game, Damien Fritz, but
I think that just might be his game. He's certainly made an impact since he's been on, just tackling very hard and a few really, really good runs.
there didn't seem to be a lot in that. Brett Jarrett carted the ball up. He did cop what some might have said was a high shot on the way through, but then in the play, the ball, something obviously happened.
Wasn't much connection, I don't think. Maybe just bouncing up off the shoulder or the ball.
Yeah, not Brett Jarrett. Pat Robards has just got a little bit of treatment. He's still on the field in the front row, 33 minutes.
Yeah, same with Jerome Wilson's still out there, and both getting through a lot of work. Interesting with the captain coach Rowan Kelly hasn't been seen for a little bit. I'd imagine a big second half coming through from him.
Yeah, we're having a little bit of a confab out here while Kaylee Bowen gets some treatment. The whole Maitland team converged on a 5-cent piece there and had a little chat.
I won't suspect that anybody will be sent off for this, but I imagine just a bit of a dressing down, read the riot code.
Yeah, Delaney's getting a chat now. He's the captain, so that doesn't tell you a great deal. It might be just tell your players to settle down. And now Waitford, I think, is probably going to get the same speech. He's a big man from fullback, isn't he?
Yeah.
Certainly towering over the referee, but yeah, he's a big fella to play fullback.
I never really understood the reading of the riot act in these sorts of situations. There's only so much that becomes pretty plainly obvious, I think.
Well, I don't know how much you can put. I mean, all of this talk at the moment, I don't know how much of it the captain is able to confer to the rest of the team in the time that he's got. Really, all the
penalty.
Oh, they have. They've given Central
Hold
a penalty.
Down by the looks of it.
Yeah, which might have triggered the little altercation. I suppose Waitford can just run back to his team now and say, "Boys, settle down," which is the distilled version of that message. Chris Martin was
that could have saved us 3 or 4 minutes, I think.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I mean. How long? What can you possibly get across? Now, here's a good run from Tom Morton. And Central have got a chance here to square things up. 12-6 to Maitland with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. And that's Jerome Wilson taking it up. Oh, and that was nasty. I don't think anyone meant to do that, but it wasn't very nice. And he's got up expressing that. A couple have got hold of him. I mean, he's a big man, and it takes a few to put him down, but they just...
Yeah, thankfully, not much damage done there, but certainly got him into a bit of a sour position.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward, wasn't it?
Good chance here, though, Butcher boys. I think if they can get on the board here, they'll be pretty happy with that, because Maitland certainly did have the running there for probably the last 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, from about the 10th minute, it's been Maitland's... Oh, they're doing it again, French. Now, Lamonaco's in there at dummy half. And he looks right and goes, looks left and goes right. Now here's Cook away to Marlborough. This is getting a bit tetchy. That looked like a high tackle. The crowd are involved. There's some arms akimbo in the central line, complaining to the referee. Jerome Wilson takes it forward again.
Certainly a bit of feeling now.
Yeah, there is.
The runs and in the defence.
Oh, there's a knock on, or is he going to make him bring it back? He's going to make him bring it back and play it. It wasn't a knock on. Lamonaco picks it up. Now here's French out the back. They go now to Jarrett. He got the pass there from Warboys, who's into dummy half. Goes down the short side, twists and turns, and I think he scored. He did. That's what they wanted, Central. I think they'd 12-10. I think they'd take this after the half so far. They've only had one chance down there and they've scored. Not
much happening there. Just a good bit of strength there from the halfback.
It was just close to the line. They had a bit of a roll on. Caught the defence only half prepared and twisted and turned and got himself over. Good try.
At this point, there's only 5 minutes left in this half. They're just starting to get a bit of feeling and a bit of... some of the tackles really sting. A few of the runs just with a bit more feeling after this. I guess the last couple of minutes is just... everyone going a bit wobbly.
It's building up nicely, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's only 5 minutes left in this half, Matthew, but there's 40 left in the next one.
Do they need the break?
Well, traditionally, it's really just it's really just a tradition, the half-time break.
It looks like Marlborough going to take this kick as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. In the headgear. Not every goal kicker wears the headgear when they're kicking. He decided it doesn't bother him. It's not bad. No. No goal. 12-10 to Maitland. So perhaps Dane Bamplett's entitled to feel aggrieved that he had the job taken off him.
Yeah, especially kicking from the less preferred side as well, and right on the touchline, but
he sunk the first one and got the sack. Marlborough 0 from 1. So just under 4 minutes to go here. Maitland 12, Central 10. And Sebastian Luizi's about to take the kick off for one final passage of play in this first half. He's kicked it into open territory. Dangerous letting that bounce. Sorted that in the reserve grade game, and all of a sudden, Jordan Warboys has gone straight through, and he's turned it inside. Now here's Bowen, and he's got plenty of pace if he can get free, but Waitford makes a good grassing tackle. They need to keep going here. If they hold it up, there'll be a sin bin. Here's Cook. Turns it inside, does he? Looks one way. Back to Marlborough. There's grasping tackles everywhere. Jackson Hill. They look to keep it alive. They're all going backwards. Oh, it's comedy capers. Here's Penny. Yeah, and Maitland have recovered their line pretty well. It's either that or Laurel and Hardy. Maitland have recovered pretty well, though. Here's Daniel French. He's only 20 out. Lamonaco into dummy half. Cook. Lovely ball. Hill. He's got Akers. Gets it away to Bamplet. Turns inside. He's going to score. Yes, he has scored. Great football, Central.
I thought he was going to be a bit greedy there. He looked like he was really trying to come back in to get under the post there, and I thought he might have just blown it, but he managed to break through those last-ditch tackles.
Yeah,
and,
I think he wrong-footed the centre. That was all right, but Central, they've been second in this game for most of it, and they're going to be in front at half-time. Straight off the kickoff. And try, break off the kickoff for the same bloke that scored the try.
And the halfback as well, busting through.
Again, good strength for a little bloke. Well, a relatively little bloke. No footballers are little these days, are they?
No, not at all. Not in comparison to us, anyway.
No. Marlborough's retained the kicking duties with a minute 46 to go in the first half. A highly entertaining first half too. Central 14, Maitland 12. He's got one sock up and one sock down.
Exactly what I was going to comment on. It's a interesting. It's very high.
He's missed that one as well. Come around the back. It's he defies superstition, Chris Marlborough, doesn't he? No. Doesn't have both his socks up. Doesn't have both his socks in the same position. Kicks with his headgear on. Nothing bothers him.
There's some of these footballers. They just get some strange habits, don't they?
Well, some of them are very pedantic about these things, you know.
Well, Chris Sando has a bit of a line dance, a bit of a square dance before he kicks the ball.
I'd say Sowards is more a waltz.
Yeah, I'd call
waltz
that.
Around the ball and then a bit of marching. Well, 14-12. I thought it would be the last passage of play. It wasn't. Now Jackson Hill can bring it back with about 45 seconds left, and maybe Central can try something else on. Really knock the stuffing out of Maitland here. Cooks into dummy half. Gives it away to, that looks like the hooker, Jace Delaney. Taking the ball up, one off the ruck. You don't see that very often. Nope. French fumbled, did well. He's tackled by Robards, who is about to complete the whole half on the field in the front row. Nippy little run from Lamonaco.
I think they'll be happy just to kick this out, Central, and go to half-time with the 4-point lead.
Yeah, nothing too special. Cook drives it into the turf, and unless it takes a wobbly bounce, that'll be half-time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Half-time, a highly entertaining half. Central going in front 14-12. There were tries to Dane Bamflet and for Central. Jordan Warboys, and then Dane Bamflet got another one for Maitland. Stephen Waitford scored one, and Sebastian Luigi scored. Time down. Nickau scored 2, and Kate Hardy kicked 2 goals. 14-12 to Central at half time. Your thoughts on the first half, Matt?
Very good first half. It ebbed and flowed there for a bit, but yeah, look, Central will be happy to go ahead. I think Maitland had the better of the game for that first half, and yeah, it'll be interesting second half.
Certainly will be. Maitland had the better of the game. Central made the better of their chances. 14-12 at half time. We'll be back with the second half shortly. Well, welcome back to St John Oval. The players are on their way back out. Maitland trotting out onto the field at the moment. A very eventful half time. Not only did we have the fashions in the field, we also had a raffle which gave away a pork knuckle.
Yeah,
It's all meat here. They say this Butcher Boys thing, it's obviously taken seriously.
Well, it's not just a name. It's just not all name, is it? They're really delivering and backing it up with a lot of meat.
Yeah, Butcher Boys really a state of mind, isn't it?
Yeah,
as much as anything else. Yeah.
I'd be interested to see, and potentially we might get to see this next week, is what Maitland have to deliver.
Yeah, absolutely. They used to Maitland halftime.
What
used
is
to be-
jack-o'-lanterns?
Well, in the old days, Maitland used to have. I say the old days, about 3 years ago. Maitland used to have a tug of war at halftime. They'd invite all the
really?
kids out on and they'd have a big rope and just let them go for it. And you'd see some terribly funny things happen. But
maybe a mascot race. Is there a local club with a mascot race?
I don't know.
I'd love to see a pumpkin and a
Central have got a
cleaver.
Central have got a big, nasty looking bloke, big foam suit with an apron and a cleaver. It's quite a look. But we're ready for kick-off here. It's been as we said, a very entertaining first half. Kate Hardy's got the ball, and away we go. And there's going to be a collision here. Oh dear, oh dear.
It was Jason Gillespie, Steve Ores.
It was Nathan Lamonaco. He took the catch and then was knocked over by his own teammate in a bit of an ankle tap. It was a textbook grassing tackle from his own teammate.
Great run there from Jerome.
Yep, straight into the action. Jerome Wilson. Lamonaco gets it away now to Delaney. Delaney plays as dummy half. Now he's playing as basically as a forward. And this is Jarrett. And they go to the right here. And there's War Boys. That might be out on the full.
Yeah, out on the full.
Oh, dear.
Bad start.
Well, straight off the kick-off, Central went into half-time on the up. But they've given Maitland a good chance first up in the second. If we can recover the ball.
Yeah, but good argument there between the players and the ball boys.
So it's not
good to see the ball boys standing their ground as well.
So away we go. That was Robarts there. Gave it away to Fritz, who's been very good since he's come on. Clydesdale out of dummy half. Away to Robarts. He's done a power of work. Now it comes out the back to Louisi. That might have been a hint of knock on there. I think a few over there on the hill thought so. And they've had their way. I guess you can call it a hill. Yeah, it's a bit of a hill.
It's a mound.
It's a gentle incline, but they've had their way. It's a knock-on Central ball, so they're off the hook. Off the hook for the kick out on the full.
Yeah, pretty similar start the first half. There was a bit of drop ball early on, but hopefully can settle into what it became in the end. And
yeah, but for that little bit of a scratchy start, it was a pretty good quality game in the first half. Not too many mistakes. And away we go again. Central with Morton here. He's tried to get outside his man, and he's done it. He's got up to the 40. That's a good run. And now Bowen will have a go. Oh, good contact with Robarts. Takes a bit of bravery for a winger, and a pretty wiry one at that to run straight at someone like Robarts, but he did it. It didn't bother him, got straight up. Here's French. War Boys now, stepping. A bit of flick pass. Look out. Hello, chicks. Here's Cook. Delaney. Oh, they're keeping it alive again. This is third phase. Lamonaco. Away. French. How many passes can they play? They've got forward to the 10. There was about 30 metres and 3 phases in that bit of play. Now here's Marlborough. He's going to go himself. Twist and nearly get over, and he would have been penalised for a double move. Now here's Lamonaco. Out to Cook. What can they put on? Little grubber kick. Oh. And War Boys is going to get there, is he? No. Penny got there.
Over the top of it.
And he might have missed it altogether. I think it was a Harbour Bridge. We're going to get an inquiry here.
I
Linesman.
thought he was going for the TV ref there, but
Well, he might well, but he won't have any luck. What's going to happen here? Is he going to award this? No. So he's consulted with linesman Brandon Vidler. Now he's going to consult with Kylie Aylett. And after all of that inquiry, it's a knock-on and a 20-metre tap. So Penny was he was first to that, but he basically harbour-bridged it.
It's some interesting positions there. There was Jerome Wilson out quite wide, playing a bit of ball playing, but then you've got a couple of the hookers, the 9 in Jace Delaney playing almost as in the middle third as a prop or a lock.
Well, versatility, but it was a lovely little kick there from Ethan Cook, and unlucky not to come up with a try. Oh, that's a good tackle, and it's Dion Briggs. I think that's his first contribution, and he spilled it.
Yeah, very good contact there.
He had excuses. He got belted. And Central are at the races here. There's a lot of hooping and hollering going on when the ball hit the ground. The forwards have been keen all the way through here. We're only 4.5 minutes into the second half.
Standout player so far?
Standout player so far would be Ethan Cook for me. Ethan Cook just ahead of Dow Nickow. Dow Nickow's done a lot of the tackle busting, but Cook's run the game very well.
Oh,
and
it's descending here. It's descending.
Well, we're getting a bit of that. Jared, that was Jackson Hill, I think, who dropped that one over on the right. So we've had, after a pretty clean first half, we might have put the moz on them because in the first 5 minutes here, we've had 3 drop balls and a kick into touch on the full.
Yeah, it's gone a bit like that, hasn't it?
We're getting a lot of smoko is what we're getting. We're getting a lot of a few smokos at the scrum base. Everyone's having a rest 4 minutes into the second half. Now, here's Louisi, and as well as being pretty handy with the ball, he's a big, strong fellow and can bust a tackle. Waitford came up there and threw a bit of a hospital pass to Lincoln Smith. Now they come forward with Robards, and this is Briggs. He's going to have another go. He held on to it at that time. Clydesdale's into dummy half. Robards is looking for work. Clydesdale's been pretty nippy since he's come on. Here's Waitford, and Perrin gave it away there, and it's come down again. Cade Hardy this time. Well,
I think we have no one but to blame but ourselves.
I take full responsibility. Oh, yeah, great game, great. Yeah, they haven't dropped the ball much. Rah, rah, rah. And serves us right.
You live and you learn. You live and you learn. That's. But look, it's just shaping up nicely. If one of the sides can, hold on to the ball, they've both obviously shown that they can easily get over the try line. It's just a matter of, I think, at this stage, someone completing a set and building a little bit of pressure. But yeah,
they've both been willing to move the ball around and both put together some nice pieces of play, some nice passes, and so either of them, if they can hang on to it, can score points. Now that's Jackson Hill again. And here's Bowen. He's going to take it forward.
Popping up on the opposite side of the field as well.
He's done that again, and he's not only popped up, he's busted through, and he might go into touch. Now he's winging a winger. I love when that happens. Dion Bamblett, he takes it up. They're inside the Maitland half already, only on second tackle. Kaylee Bowen covering a bit of turf.
Yeah, so trotting back there now. He's popping up all over the field and looking very, very dangerous.
He's very, very quick. And can still beat a tackle. Now here's Wilson and Perrin. So not Perrin, Warboys. Got my halfbacks confused. Warboys there, possibly was thinking about what he was going to do with the ball before he quite had it. And Maitland turn around and go. Now here's Clydesdale and Robards. Robards looking to pass. He didn't do much of that in the first half, but now he's looking for the offload. Louisi held on to it. That's a good ball. That's Soper Lawler over there. And there's Fritz. Takes a few metres off them. They're set out to the left. with Roseberg or the right with Louisi, and it's the latter. And he's strongly met by Daniel French. Very strongly met indeed. And this time they'll go the short. And it's Waitford, the captain, sticks it on the boot. And there's going to be a race on here. I think that's Ethan Cook who's going to fall on it. And he might have been tempted to just foot that ahead and chuff off down the field. But he fell on the ball.
A couple of big changes. Robarbs looks like he's gone off. And
fair shift. Yeah, 48 minutes in the front row.
Looks as though Wilson and Cruz Wilson and Rowan Kelly to come back on.
Well, Kelly's been off for a little while. He'll get him going forward. And I think he's going to try and do that straight away, is he? No, that's out the back. Yeah, Delaney.
Two pretty impressive stints from Robarbs for the Pumpkin Pickers, and Jerome Wilson's still out there.
Mm. Now here's War Boys and Morton. And Morton away to Bowen. He's got a bit of pace. He's got men on the inside too if he can get rid of it. But he can get rid of it all right. Straight into the opposition.
Pass.
Straight. There was a late call there from War Boys who wanted the kick, I think.
But are they giving that forward?
I would imagine.
Okay.
I would imagine.
Line ball.
But again, not afraid to go wide early in the count, although at this stage you might have to go early in the count because there've been some pretty short sets played so far.
I'm struggling to remember with the last set completed, actually. Has there been one this half? It's been 10 minutes in. And
I'm not sure.
Look, it's an interesting tactic from both sides. Not playing out your full set of 6, but look, let's see what comes of it.
Are you sure Rowan Kelly's out there?
No, he's on the bench. Him and Cruz Wilson look like they're warming up to come back on.
Right. Oh, good charge. And Louisi there. Marlborough, he's only a little bloke.
Extra too.
Yeah. He's only a relatively little bloke, Marlborough, but he hit hard there. Now to the left. And that's Fritz again.
Good run.
I reckon he'd be in double figures for carries today, and he'd probably be in triple figures for metres. Now go to the right.
Not bad for a late scratching too. Coming into the side quite late.
Yeah, that's right.
Late today.
Late replacement. There's Carter. They're working towards something here. There it is. Waitford back on the inside. He's away. He's got cover out on the left. He gives it there, and it's going to be a try to Maitland. It's Soper Lawler over in the corner.
Really good build-up play there.
Oh, beautiful. Louisi there. It's the first time they've tried that play. You'd imagine it was one from the paddock. It's taken them 50 minutes to put it on, and as soon as they did, try in the corner. But Louisi, inside ball to Waitford, and away you go.
It's been where they look threatening all day, though. Maitland on the left there with Louisi and the centre down a cow. Yeah, not surprising there. Good to see Waitford really pop up for the first time today, and he took his chance and a good ball to the winger, Soper Lawler, to get him over.
He's been hovering about on the edge of the game, Waitford, looking for a chance.
Just looks like he's one of those guys who could just split the game open, and I think he has been quite quiet. He threw the pass there to a really good pass on the run to Soper Lawler to get him over.
Yeah, it would have been easy to muck that up. Now it's going to be Hardy, the other winger. To take the kick again when we can find a ball. A bit of a spoil. We had Central had the only ball. They eventually decided to be charitable and kick it up. Kicked it into the crowd, and then it was fisted back out onto the field.
It was very well weighted, very well weighted. Spoil.
Good punch, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe one of the local prominent boxers, I don't know.
Either that or someone out of the Black Diamond AFL.
Yeah, yeah. And they're playing there. I don't think any of those guys would be available. I think that kicked off this afternoon on Bar TV. A few of those games.
Here's the kick.
He's hit
from
it well.
Hardy. It's hanging up in the breeze. Dear, right here. It looked like it was on its way. There might be a bit more breeze out there than we thought. It didn't make the goal line. So Maitland have it by 2 at the moment. Plenty of time. 28 and a half minutes.
And looks like a Wilson for Wilson sub. Cruz coming back onto the field, and captain coach Rowan Kelly.
Yep, there we go.
And
Kelly's gone for the headband, I see, the tape around the head. I don't think he had that in the first half.
And isn't a great a great concept, something that's dying out of the sport, the captain coach, and it's good to see the Butcher Boys bring it back this season.
Yeah, there's not even many of them left in the real NRL, but he's taken it up. They're looking pretty sharp too. Now there's a good run from Tyler Carter. I think I've said that a couple of times today. And they give it away now. There's Towers. And this might be the 16, I think, who started the game, Howie Grant, and he is an absolute giant. As away they go now with Louisi back inside. That's a good tackle on Rosberg, but not good enough. He's got up and gone again. There's a couple of ineffective tackles there, and he ends up on the halfway line. Clydesdale shovels it out the back. Good hands there from the forwards. It was Grant. Back inside, Carter, and then finally Towers. Last tackle, I need a kick here. It's going to be Perrin. Goes to the sky. There's a few chases here, but it's taken well by Penny. And he's not only taken it, he's stepped past a couple as well before being grasped by Hardy.
First one to really test him out. Hasn't been too many bombs put up to test the fullback Penny, and took it well.
So Bowen's eager for work again. He's going to go down his preferred side this time. But he ran into 3 that time. Didn't get too far. And he's a bit slow up. Oh, that doesn't look real good. They might have to stop here. Yeah, I think we will. Doesn't look real good at all. Maybe cramp.
Yeah, he just looked like
he's doing the cramp Charleston, so maybe that's what it is.
Not surprising if he's got cramp. Been very, very busy for a winger. He's come in, I'd say nearly for a dozen runs today.
Half of which have been on the other side of the field, so he has been busy. Yeah, he's okay. Bit of water and a stretch, and he's still hobbling. No, I think he's coming off. No, it's no good. And there's a bit of dissent out there about something. He's going out the back, is he, or is someone coming on? I don't think they've put a replacement on just yet. Someone's going to have to warm up. He's going to have some treatment. Going to get some assistance from the trainer behind the line. But the game goes on. Central have got 12 active players at the moment, one of whom is Ethan Cook. And he's just put a nice little kick in there. And Waitford brings it back. And Maitland have got to work it away. We haven't seen too many of those today. Kicks into the corner to make the opposition do the hard work.
With the Charleston in the middle there, they've got a few smaller blokes in the 14 in Loma. Who's the 14? Lamonco and the 9 in Jace Delaney and Chris Marlborough as well. But geez, they hit hard in defence. They're not. They don't miss them. Might be smaller blokes compared to some of the other guys, the Wilson boys and Howie Grant and those running around the field. But geez, they hit hard in defence.
Absolutely. Now here's Louisi. He's been hitting hard in defence and attack, and this ball's arrowing back towards them, but it's taken by Morton, who's going to try a couple of steps and eventually goes down. A few slow forwards getting back for Central.
Bowen looks to be back.
Oh, he's alive. He's back.
Jink?
Goodness me. Well, if there was anything...
Magic water. Well, the magic spray's been brought out.
The magic stretch. If there was anything wrong with it, if there was anything wrong with his leg, he just made it worse because he put on a bit of a step, so he's still all right.
Bit of a standstill there, and Rowan Kelly took that flat-footed and has actually made 15 metres from a pretty nothing start.
Yeah. Now here's Jarrett. Tries to get the ball away, does so. Here's Morton. If he can get around his defender, well, they've got a problem. And here's War Boys. 4th tackle. Spread across Cook. Cruz Wilson. And they'll set up for the kick here. It's Cook to the right of the ruck. What's he going to do? A little grubber back inside. There might be a good chase here from Delaney. If he can get there, it's off the corner post. All hell's broken loose, and Waitford ends up with the ball. He gets dragged back illegally. And out of all of that, Maitland will get a penalty.
You don't see that enough. The post coming into play, and geez, it took a few of the boys out.
Or a bit of contact there because Waitford and Delaney weren't stopping. They were looking at the ball and collected the post.
Thankfully, the padding's now a thing, and in previous years gone by, that could have been a bit more messy than it was.
But Waitford, once he was held, they dragged him back into the in-goal, and that was against the rules, apparently. So here come Maitland with Lincoln Smith. And Billy Towers. And he gets it away. There's a bit of second phase in this game, especially in the second half. And Perrin there made some good ground. He's been nice and steady and steadily organised the team, Perrin. Hasn't run the ball a lot. And that's a turnover. That's Tyler Carter. So Marlborough ends up with it. It's another set which doesn't go the distance. Bowen's still doing some stretches out here on the wing, which suggests he's not 100% cured. But they're still coming his way. He's Wilson. A bit of a late hit on Lamonaco, but he bounces back up. And they're looking left. No, they're looking right. Lamonaco's going to go himself. He's nearly there, and he's only a yard away. Delaney into dummy half. He's got Cook, and Cook's got Hill, and Hill's dropped it. And now away they go.
Plenty
and it's
of pace.
Soper-Lawler. Plenty of pace from both of them. Soper-Lawler got taken down in the end by Bamblett.
Looks like another cramp.
Yep.
Soper all gone down.
And Luizi's galloping up the field, and there's a few that might be offside there, and he's gone straight through.
Good tackle. Very good tackle.
But
Three there.
But they've got to get back here. It's one of those situations where if they try and hold it up, there'll be a penalty and a sin bin. Now here's a good ball from Towers outside him there, and it's Lacey, and Lacey's stepping. It was Perrin who set all that up, and it was a lovely bit of sleight of hand from both of them. And now they're only 10 away, but they just slowed up a little bit. Lacey's a bit sore after that. So Central have reset. Louisi across to Waitford. He's met pretty strongly. He met very strongly, in fact, but he still made a bit of ground. And they'll go to the left. And there they go. That's Rosberg. Not far away, Maitland. Still a couple of tackles to go. And there's Lincoln Smith. Jared Smith,
there.
it was. Louisi's going to kick pretty high to the wing here. And Hardy's coming, and so's Lacey. It's knocked on. Bowen picks it up. And Bowen's going to end up with it. Soldiering on.
Yeah, held on well there, Central.
They did. It was a good charge upfield from Maitland, but they got them backpedaling, but Central recovered, got their line back together and held them off. Here's Rowan Kelly, the captain coach. He'll be happy with his defenders. And that's Jarrett. And that was a strip.
It might have been a strip there.
A strip. Now, the linesman made some sort of... he looked like he was sort of doing the
baseball signal.
No, it looked like he was doing the nut bush. You know, the knee came up. I don't know what... I think someone might have kneed the ball out, maybe. Maybe that's what it meant. Remember that one? Nutbush City Limits?
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
Yeah. Nathan Lamonaco's going to kick for touch. And they'll start another set from inside Maitland's half. They're 2 points behind here. 16-14, Maitland lead it.
I think they'll be looking just to get to that fifth tackle, especially with Ethan Cook's kicking game today. I think it's been very impressive. His short kicking game. He's really, really put a lot of pressure on the fullbacks and the wingers.
It's had a bit of craft about it, you know. There's been a few little gentle kicks into the in-goal, and the one that came off the post, both of those nearly resulted in tries. Now here's something that could result in a try. Penny's given it away, and Jackson Hill's stepping, and he's stepping straight through them. And he's going to score behind the posts. That was lovely play. Penny just threw it out the back, and away they went.
Yeah, another really good, held it up there, Cook, attracted a few defenders, and a short ball into Penny, and Penny just released the big second rower.
Lovely play over on that right-hand side, and Central take the lead back, 18-16, as we just tick past the three-quarter mark in the game.
And you think they'll make it a 4-point lead as well?
One would imagine. We're going to get a powwow out here with somebody. The referee's having a yarn to the Maitland captain, Steve Waitford. I don't know who initiated that chat. Marlborough's retained the kicking duties.
He's got both socks up this time.
Yes. So no superstitions, no rituals. There's plenty of rowdy support coming from that far side of the ground.
Yeah, for any kicking, those kickers out there who are very superstitious, Chris Mulver's definitely bucked the trend in all regards. He's gone one sock down for one kick. He's gone both socks up now. He's left the headgear on.
He's kicked the goal.
Well, that's the main thing. At the end of the day, he's kicked it.
20-16, 18 and a half minutes to go. It's been a very good game.
But the way
I think the lead's changed 4 times.
Yeah, the way the game's gone, it really has ebbed and flowed. That first 10 minutes of the first half was definitely Central. Then probably the next 15 to 20 minutes of that first half went to Maitland, and then Central just towards the end. And this half, it's been very hard to pick just because there's been so much drop ball from both sides. But look, it'll be interesting this last 15, 20 minutes.
Away we go. Soundly taken there. I think that's...
Bamblett, I think.
I think it might be... I was going to say War Boys. Oh, no, you were right. It was Bamblett. There you go. And away they go now with Jarrett. And he's made some good charges down that side. He's been on the edges. In a dummy half goes War Boys. Now here's Kelly. Changing it up a bit. Yeah, he's just north-south every time he runs the ball. Here's Delaney. So Cook's going to kick again, turns them around. This is the sort of kick they want now that they're in front, because it leaves Waitford 5 metres out from his own line and encircled by defenders.
Really good tackle there by Penny.
Perfect set there from Central, coming off their own line.
Yeah, exactly what they wanted. They've so much drop ball in this second half that no one's really been able just to build a bit of pressure. And yeah, perfect kick there from Ethan Cook, which we noted before. His kicking game's been pretty spot on all day. Another cramp.
Yeah, they're dropping everywhere. So it's the sort of thing that happens first game of the season. It's a different pace, isn't it? Even if you've played a couple of trials, it sometimes first game of the year.
Yeah, usually with
in the competition's a different pace.
Yeah, the bigger squads as well. But yeah, not unexpected. A few of the guys obviously a bit tired, and it's been a pretty high intense game as well.
Certainly that. Here's Penny. Had a hand in that last try. He's been very safe at the back too, and he gets wrestled that time though by I think it was Dow Nickow. So Central, they've had the better of the field position the last few minutes, and starting to take up residence in the Maitland half. And LaMonaco gives it away now to Cruz Wilson. He's looked to pass and then went straight. But good ground made again. They're building to the left here with War Boys, but they go to Cook instead, looking for Penny. That one went to ground. It was knocked down by the 8 for Maitland, Tyler Carter.
Yeah, good thinking though.
Cook. It's a knock-on and a Maitland feed.
Cook drawing a few defenders there and just trying to free up Penny, who's tried to do it a few times, usually going to the outside, but look to come back inside and get maybe a few of those tired defenders with Penny's speed and his strength.
So another scrum. How many scrums do you reckon in the second half, Matthew?
I don't know if I can count that high. It would at least be, it'll be 7 or 8, I think. It's a lot of drop ball.
But still a very entertaining game. Both sides are having a go. They're using the ball. Oh, feet against the head. Hello. No, they always call it back. It's almost like it's against the rules now. If you get win a scrum against the feed, something must have gone wrong. And Louisi gave it away there to Dow Nickow. Vintage. Just a beautiful get him onside call from
the first one of the day too.
It's the best one of the day, I know that much. Beautiful shout. Very crisp and clear. Get him onside.
We haven't had a get him offside call yet today, which is highly disappointing.
That one's a bit specialist. They're working the ball forward here with Howie Grant. Biggest man on the field, I think it'd be fair to say, even bigger than the Wilsons. That looked for all money like a forward pass, and referee Aylett agrees.
Yeah, I have to agree with Harry Grant. They're biggest guy and probably the biggest beard on the field as well.
He's got that one.
He's got the double. He's got the daily double.
What more do you want? And he's a big man. Started the game in the 16.
Yeah, It'd be interesting to see if they get the 10 back on for the Pickers, Robarbs, and also the 17, who were pretty instrumental in that turnaround that first half for Maitland. Both really took it up very strongly and really rattled a few of the Butcher boys in defence.
Well, there's not too much action down there on the Maitland bench. We've got one man coming up the touchline
Might
here.
be Fritz.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is. So he's coming up. As for Central, they've got 2 lined up. One's got a 7 in his hand, and the other one's got
Jerome
an 8.
and Jerome Wilson and Sam Collins going to come onto the field.
So that'll be their 7th and 8th change, leaving them 2 in the last 12 minutes. That's not bad. That's pretty good economy. And Fritz has got, I think his card says 9, so I think they might just have 1 left after he comes on, Maitland. But it's that late in the game, you wouldn't think you'd be making too many more anyway. Here's Lamonaco away to Delaney. And he danced past a couple there, and he's still going. Away to Wilson. And there's War Boys, and he ran into a bit of traffic there. Even if he had beat that tackle, he would have ran into his captain coach. Bit of scrap in the play of the ball. Cruz Wilson takes it up again. All that venom went out of the game at half time. They both settled down. Here's Lamonaco. Lamonaco's gone straight through. And he's dragged down a good tackle, and it was last. I could see why he ran the ball. Took the risk and came second.
Opened up for him. Big Howie Grant.
Good pace to the game. Straight away, they jumped up, and Maitland are coming back. They need to move things along. They're 4 points behind with 12 minutes to go.
Yeah, you are right. That little bit of venom towards the end of the first half has really fallen out of the game. But I think maybe with the 17 coming back on for the Pickers, who brought a lot of it.
He was involved, yeah.
He was. Some would say he was instrumental in all of it. And it looks like he's just handing the card to him as well. So it looks like he'll come on for the 8 in Carter.
Oh. All right. Well, a good stint there by Carter. He made a couple of good charges. Fritz has come on into an offside position. But anyway, position. Here's Louisi. He steps. He spilled it. It goes out the back to Grant. Now, Nick Howe's got it. He's still
They're gonna have to get
holding
rid of it.
on.
It's the last tackle.
It's coming out. That might be play on. It's still play on. Grant's got the ball. And finally, he goes to ground. I think they were calling for 6 to go, but that might have been ambitious. I don't think it was played at.
Did I suspect a Falcon there as well off one of
Maybe, I didn't see that.
Off the Butcher Boys players? To be fair, it wasn't a great one, but look, that's something for you Bar TV viewers to play back a few times.
I'm not against that. We can only hope there was a Falcon.
This could be the first one for the season as well.
Never too early. So there's Kelly. They could really sink the slipper in here, Central. If they score again now, Maitland will have plenty of work to do. You'd probably say another try here will finish it off.
And it looks like Wilson for Wilson substitution again.
Yeah, War Boys back inside. This is Morton.
I think it's some sort of human rights violation to have 2 Wilsons on there at once because, they hit hard in defence and they don't shirk it in.
Here's Jerome Wilson
taking it up.
And Kelly held that against all odds and then dropped it as he got to ground. Oh, well. There was a tender...
almost David Boone-esque there at short leg.
It was high degree of difficulty.
Yeah.
I think he might have wore one as well on the way down. So the trainers come on in yellow for Maitland, in a mixture of orange and blue for Central.
He looks to be okay. He's maybe just a tactical a breather.
Yeah, so he's coming out to the back of the scrum. He's looking a bit sore. I don't know about tactical breather. I think he's a bit crook. He's going to pack in the scrum though, so we'll see.
Maybe just the magic spray was all that was needed.
Cures all ailments. Now, Perrins fed that scrum.
A great tackle.
Waitford has been thumped. And Maitland come away. Time's ticking. That's Cade Hardy. They need a forward to get involved here. There's one. He's just come back on. Damien Fritz. And there's the giant, Howie Grant, up towards the 40. Still got a couple of tackles. They don't need to panic just yet, but they do need to move things along. Here's Louisi. That's a nice ball. Dow Nickow, but they didn't cop any rubbish off him this time. No busted tackles there. He went straight to ground. Chip and chase here. Oh, we love that. Has it come to anything? No. It's Penny. But points for initiative there for Jarrett Smith.
A bit of stink, I think, here, and it's...
oh, you might have called it. Hello.
And it's the 17 involved again.
Yeah, well... Someone's getting called out. So the captain and number 17, Damien Fritz. He's
pretty stern talking too. He's pleading innocence here.
Are you just lip reading that, or is that just body language?
Oh, look, a bit of both.
Yep, sure. There's going to be a penalty here. Must have been a bit of afters in the tackle again. I think he's a bit of an afters specialist, Fritz. He started this a couple of times, but he's had a cracker of a game.
He's been. I think he's just been about Maitland's best in the forwards. Him and Robart.
I reckon that's about right. He hasn't wasn't named in the side. Only came in as a late inclusion, but he's been a good one. Now he's just belted Cook, and that didn't go down real well.
Yeah. They're trying to get Jerome down, and it's taken 3 or 4 of them again.
Now here they go, Lamonaco. Out comes the 17, up against the 17, and he made an impact, I think it's fair to say. And Collins is going to get up, but I don't think he wanted... Oh, he's not well. He's not very well at all. That was vicious.
That was bone rattling.
Legal, but vicious.
Yeah. I don't think he's too well, Collins.
No, I don't think he hit his head. I think he just got rattled.
Yeah, and the 17 again, Fritz, he absolutely just clobbered him. But yeah, as you said, all legal. I think he looks... Oh,
no, this isn't good. He's not well. Yeah, he's been sickened by this.
It was really heavy contact. I'm not sure if there was a bit of a head clash or...
He got up and he had the staggers when he got up, and now he's not well at all. He's on the ground.
I think it might be his afternoon over. Yeah, very, very sick.
I think it has to be. Not well at all. This isn't good.
Well, look, we mentioned it before. Fritz, he's been an absolute cracker this afternoon. He's really shook up a few of the Charlestown boys with some big hits and some big runs. I can understand why he's been a late inclusion.
Well, Sam Collins is up. He's going off, but he's up.
Yeah, I think that would have easily been... that might have been measured on the Richter scale somewhere. I think that was large.
It was a real thud. You could hear the thud all around the ground as he hit him. And he's going off. There's no shame in that. And he's going to be replaced, I think, by Cruz Wilson.
No, I think that might be Daniel French, the 9.
Oh, you might be right. With the tape around his head. Quite right.
Yeah, one big guy for another big guy. Well, 8 minutes to go. Anyone's game, really, isn't it? Only 4 points separate.
20 to 16. There's been a few stoppages, so time's ticked along a bit, but there's absolutely still time for Maitland to come back. That was Louisi, who's run the ball a few times today. Now he's Towers, and he didn't have much of a run up onto that ball. He was rather prone, but he still made a bit of ground. Now here's Fritz again. And I'd say he'll have a target on him after that last effort. Now there's a penalty. There was something went on there because Kylie Aylett over on the far side came flying in with the flag. So something must have happened.
He's gone.
She's since retreated to the sideline, but
I'm not sure what signal the ref's pulling there, but it looked like the up and under. I'm not sure. It was a very... I'm unaware. I'm unaware of that. Almost Billy Bowden-esque.
Okay.
It was in its...
Well... In any case, something went on in that tackle.
Good chance for Maitland here. Very, very good chance. I can see him swinging out to the right here and coming back to the left through Louisi, which they've done all day.
Yep.
That's where they're
prediction made.
Now.
Prediction made. We'll see. Howie Grant there had the ball. Now it goes out the back, and there's Louisi, and out the back again, and it's the captain Waitford looking for something, looking for a way through. But they can't find one. That's That's Jared Smith. Quick play, the ball, arguably too quick, but here's Louisi. Lovely ball to Waitford again, and he's twisted and turned and put on his front there. Louisi into dummy half. He's looking to Towers, who gets it very close to the line and has to fight with them. Now, the halfback's in position here. It's Perrin.
Good throw.
It's spilled out the back. Look out. That's Lincoln Smith out the back again. They've lost 30 metres here, and now it's finally fallen on by Cade Hardy on last tackle. I don't think that will be going in the last tackle Hall of Fame.
Just about the best result there for Charlestown. Not only did they not have to face up against a short kick, but they've also just gone 40 metres up the field.
Yeah, made plenty of ground there. Making ground without the ball is always good. Kaylee Bowen's doing some stretches again. We've got someone else on the ground.
I think that might be the 7.
Okay.
War Boys.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Bit of magic water.
Oh, it does anything. Magic water, magic spray. They're the two pieces of medicine in rugby league. So Brett Jarrett's going to play the ball. And Lamonaco's looking for it. And he's French. And he's made some good charges. He hasn't played as many minutes as some of the other forwards, but he's been good value for the time he's been on the field. Oh, goodness me. That's a good, solid challenge.
Fritz again.
Yeah.
Met him quite strongly, the 11.
Yeah, there's Jerome Wilson. His brother's out there now, and he's looking for the next hit up. So that was Jerome Wilson. Cruz, whose man bun is getting more wild as the day goes on and less orderly. Here he comes. Good charge, that one. This is where they need their forwards. In front by 5.5 to go.
Yeah.
Nice kick in behind there from War Boys. There's a chase on. Morton might win this. He's going to try and get a hand to it.
Oh.
But it's a hand from Lacey, and now a penalty to Maitland for a shove.
And it looks as though Maitland are going to bring on probably their last interchange in the Big 10 Robards.
Yeah, so Robards is on for Howie Grant, who's put in his second shift of the day. Robards, after about 50 straight minutes, comes back on for the last 5. And forward they come again. And that's Lincoln Smith.
Oh. And on the near side here, the two, Bowen's gone down again, I think, again with a bit of cramp. He's not...
Yeah, it's happened a couple of times, and this is far from an ideal time for it to happen. Have they got a sub on? I don't know if they do. They might be playing with 12 here.
You might just have to...
Here's Louisi down the short side. Here's Dow Nickow. And he's made a fair bit of ground there. He's still looking to get the pass away. He might end up over the sideline. He has got the pass away. Good play. Bamblett away. Louisi again. Now they come forward with Fritz. And there's a stoppage.
Yeah, I think Wilson might have got the 5. Soper Lawler quite late there and a bit high as well. The refs are having a meeting. Let's... Might be a penalty here.
So Jerome Wilson's coming forward. He's going to get a talking to, as is the captain. Well, the man who's currently playing as the captain, Chris Marlborough. Delaney's off the field. And back they go.
There's a very continental feel to this Butcher Boys side in Monaco and Monaco and French. It's it's a nice change for rugby league to get that French element, that continental Europe feel. Wouldn't you agree?
Look, it's not a connection I'd made, to be honest. You're going to have to give me a few minutes to think about that. 4 left in the game. And away come Maitland. And it's Jordan Rosberg, who's been very strong all day. Jared Smith into dummy half. There's a bit of afters. No, they're going to get it away now. And here's Robards. He's had good 25 minutes off to think about it. And he's run into French there. And now Towers is looming up on the right, but they go out the back instead. And there's an inside ball there to Hardy. And Hardy's beat one on the inside before going down. And away, here's Robards again.
Again, well held up. Very good front
It's French again.
There.
It's French making a second tackle on Robards there. Now out the back.
To the right.
Perrin, little kick. Oh, it's taken by Morton, and he's got it away. And away goes War Boys. And he's looking for support. Oh, and away the forward came. The linesman's getting involved. The linesman's getting involved. Waitford came through like a bullet to try and clean up Brett Jarrett. And now there's another strong tackle on Cruz Wilson. But from a position of attack, Maitland now are just hanging in. Jerome Wilson comes forward. 3 minutes left. Jarrett still behind the play, suffering after that hit from Waitford. He hit him like a bus, and only half got him too. Now out it comes. And that's a spillage. That's an inopportune spillage, you'd have to say.
Yeah, they really need to get to the end of that set and just dink it into the corner and make Maitland play out. But give them a very good chance here. I'm surprised Maitland went to the right there and had in a very good position there to just sweep out to the left and went to the blind side. And a very good slips catch in there from, I think, the 7, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Morton, I think. Morton took the catch and then turned it inside to Warboys.
Yeah, very sharp.
It was very good. And a bit of initiative to throw the pass as well, in front with 3 to go, but they're still trying to score. There's a scrappy scrum. Back we come. Oh, we've got a differential penalty. Well, there's one for the purists. Never mind the French playing rugby league. A differential penalty on the first day of the season.
Yeah,
you can give away the trophy now. We've seen everything we need to see. So, Maitland get a chance to make some more ground.
Less than 2 on the clock as well. So
Jared Smith away to Fritz, and he gets belted. Absolutely belted. It's a bit of his own medicine from Cruz Wilson. Now they're having a look. There's a bit of shove, but that was solid at worst.
Yeah,
and now here's Robarts.
I think he's just getting a bit of his own medicine.
Oh, there's a bit in this game. Here they come. Louisi. He steps, he goes through. He's not far away. Too quick was to play the ball. Robarts. There they go. Perrin. Chip kick. It's over towards them and they're going to score. They're going to score with Ryan Lacey. Oh, well. 75 seconds left in the game. Ryan Lacey claims the catch, and it's 20 all. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. He was on the outside of the winger. Yeah, it was the 3, not the 2. It was Ryan Lacey. Climbed up, got the ball, scored the try. 58 seconds. They've stopped the clock with 58 seconds left. And we're going to have a very dramatic denouement here because I think Cade Hardy's going to have a kick to win this at 20 all.
Yeah, Bowen he's just looked ginger the last 20 or so minutes and flared up again about 10 minutes ago. And he just seemed to be, he just stayed on the field because I'm not sure that the Butcher Boys have any subs left, but he just really struggled to get up there and just the winger got around him and a very, very well placed kick from Perrin there.
Hasn't this been a game?
Yeah.
Maitland have been in front, Central have been in front, Maitland have been in front, Central have been in front, and Maitland now have the chance to go in front probably for good. Because once the kick is taken, there won't be time for much after the kickoff. So it's Cade Hardy. He's got the job. The time hasn't come back on yet.
He's a left-footer too.
So there might be 30 seconds after this.
It's on his preferential side here too.
The trainer's calling for the clock to wind down, so he's obviously confident. Now it's started again. Hardy's on his left side. Everybody watches on. Yes! Yes!
Now, here
Maitland.
we go.
He's put it over. It looked like it was going to the right, and whether it was a breeze or spirits or nymphs or just a bit of fade on the kick, it snuck inside the right post. And Maitland 22 lead Central 20 with 30 seconds to go. We're going to have a short kick-off. It's not over yet. Not even close. Jackson Hill might fall on this. It's going to be a Central ball. It's going to be a Central ball.
2 plays left.
Yep, that's right. Here they come. Down the short side goes Penny. Comes back. Now here's Cruz Wilson. He might just take it forward here and they'll have a go off the last play. What have they got? 8 seconds left. There's not going to be time for any more. They've gone the short. Ethan Cook, he's run out of space. He's dropped the ball through his legs. Maitland are going to win. Maitland are going to win. What a game. Maitland. They've been alternately looking like they were home and being dead and buried at different times over the course of this game. And they've got home 22-20 in the last 90 seconds. What a cracker.
Yeah, fantastic game. It really did ebb and flow throughout the game there. And I think overall, I think Charlestown probably had the better of the game, but Maitland took their chances and they stuck with it. And yeah, fantastic game. You couldn't ask for a much better game than that at 20-22.
The undulations of rugby league. There you go. But so Central,
again, probably against the grain. I thought Central with the guys they had in the side today, I thought they just might grab. Just might get Maitland, but no. Last it was Maitland, and probably 4 upsets out of the first four games of the real NRL season.
Yeah, I think that's about right. I think you're probably right there. Central will be terribly disappointed. I mean, any time you're in front by a couple of points with less than 2 minutes to go, you hope to get home, but. And a bit of luck at the end and a bit of good play from Maitland. Who's your man of the match? Just as we finish up,
it's hard. I think the 17 for Maitland.
Damien Fritz.
I think he really came on and he really roughed a few of the Butcher boys up. Really good runs and a couple of absolutely massive in defence. I think he just pipped probably the 6 in Luisi.
Yeah, I was thinking between those two. Fritz certainly when he was carting the ball up, both times he came onto the field, he made a difference. You could sense Maitland lift both times. So maybe you're right there, but a tremendous game, absolutely tremendous. Maitland 22 have knocked over Central 20 here, and this is Bar TV. I've been Morgan Campbell. Matthew Peterson's been my guest, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.